What's up, everyone? So I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you for checking out the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and just keep checking in with me. I really appreciate it. And I want to give a big shout out to 1090 Jake at End of Sentence. He's pretty much the whole reason that I really got into the podcasting thing. And I highly recommend y'all check his shit out on YouTube. It's End of Sentence, and he's got an Instagram too, 1090_Jake. But you can Google him. I mean, he's easy to find. But he's a great podcaster. Definitely check his shit out and subscribe. Thanks, y'all. What's up, y'all? I'm Troy. Thanks for checking out Southern Accents. So I'm here at the corner of Forest Hills Road and US Highway 301 South here in Wilson, North Carolina. And right here, there used to be a Griff steak barn right here. Back a few years ago, they completely gutted it and everything and turned it into a Hardee's. But back when it was Griff Steak Barn, this is where I was involved in my very first incident with a gun. So the year would have been 1997, and the way this all came about happening was I had a friend named Christoph that I'd met right across the street at Wilson Tech in the adult high school diploma program. And my driver's license had already been revoked for a year because I had 2 DUIs before I even turned 18. So I got 2 DUIs when I was 17, got my license yanked, and I was pretty much just like having to catch rides with everybody and, you know, that whole sort of thing. So me and Christoph were hanging out one day, and he was dating this girl at the time. I'm not going to put her name out there, but we'll just call her R. So he was dating this girl named R, and R had a friend named H. I'm just going to say H, because I ain't trying to put nobody on blast like that without actually having their permission, and I wouldn't even know how to get up with some of these people. So R and H were friends, and so naturally, with R being Christoph's girlfriend, we were around each other all the time. So we go to pick R up one day, and she's got her friend H with her. And what we didn't know was H had actually ran away from home. I don't know if R knew this or not, but me and Christoph didn't know this for sure. So we're out doing our usual thing, riding around, getting high, you know, smoking blunts and shit. And I guess while we had been, you know, we're completely oblivious to what's going on. So in the meantime, H had been trying to get in touch with her sister. And her sister was a little bit older. Her sister worked at Griff Steak Barn. So she had been trying to get in touch with her sister and get her to bring her some clothes and shit like that. So I guess she had finally got a hold of her sister, and her sister had agreed to bring her some clothes and stuff, and we were going to meet her, or she was going to get us to meet her at Griff's. Like I said, her sister worked there. So I guess this was her plan, and she just hadn't, you know, filled us in on it yet, but I guess she was just assuming, you know, they won't have any problem taking me by Griff's to just pick up some clothes. So little did she know, her sister was already, her sister was setting her up. So, you know, naturally her sister was freaked out and worried that she had ran away. And I guess her sister was, you know, in talks with her parents, and they were setting her up. You know, her parents were going to show up to, when we showed up to meet them, or to meet her sister for the clothes or whatever. So it gets whatever time we were supposed to meet her there at, like, say 6 or 7 o'clock or something. So it's getting that time. Me, Christoph, R, and H start heading to the Griff Steak Barn. So we think, everyone in the car thinks we're just going there to meet her sister. Her sister's bringing her some clothes, and then we're going to be on our way. So we were thinking wrong. So we pull up at Griff Steak Barn. Like, we would have been parked right here in this little area right here. I'm in the back passenger seat. Christoph's in the driver's seat. R's in the passenger seat. H is in the driver's side back seat. So we're sitting there just kind of chilling, listening to music. And all of a sudden, in like the blink of an eye, I mean, it happened so fast, it's just like crazy, in which we were probably stoned too. But my door opens up, and it's just like, before I could even realize what was going on, this big ass hand fucking grabbed my shoulder and just like yanked my ass up out that back seat. I mean, like, it happened so fast, it was crazy, man. But I don't even remember, I couldn't tell you what the guy looked like. To save my life, I could not fucking tell you, because it's like, by the time I realized what was going on, the only thing I could see was the end of that fucking gun he had in my face. So this motherfucker somehow fucking snatches me out of the back seat and gets Christoph out of the car too. It's like, it happened so fast. The next thing I know, me and Christoph are both on our knees. Like, we're on our knees with our hands in the air, side by side, in the middle of this steakhouse, in the middle of the parking lot. So this is like on a Friday or Saturday night or something. There's tons of people in there eating dinner, got their kids, all families, all the whole 9 yards. So me and Christoph are down on the fucking cement on our knees in the parking lot. This dude's got a pistol trained on both of us. So he really wasn't demanding anything or anything like that I can remember. I mean, he just straight up had us damn on our knees like hostages in the parking lot. And this went on for some time, because the cops showed up. There was mad fucking cops. And I remember turning, because our backs were to the actual restaurant. So I remember turning, and it's like everybody in the restaurant was like standing, like pressed up against the glass windows, just like watching everything that's going on. It was so fucking crazy, man. So the law shows up, and it's like a standoff, literally. Like, I mean, it was wild, man. I'd never been involved in any kind of shit like this in my life. I'd never even been around a gun. So, you know, it was like, dude, I was scared to death. I was fucking scared as hell, man. So they got the guy to put his gun away. You know, he explained his version of what happened, and we explained what was going on. And they ended up finding, like, Christoph had this big ass machete pretty much in his car. They ended up finding this machete, and, you know, any kind of fixed blade knife over 6 inches is illegal, especially when you've got it concealed and you're only like 17 years old or whatever. So anyway, I was just like, you know, I was like, this guy's going to fucking jail, man. He done fucked up now, man. He's gonna fucking hate the day he ever fucking damn decided to fucking do that shit. Well, none of that shit ended up happening. I'm pretty sure, I distinctly remember this guy not going to jail at all. And it turns out that pretty much, from the way the cop explained it to me, if we decided to press charges on this guy, he was going to press charges, or they were going to press charges with the fact that he had this fucking blade in the car. And, you know, he didn't want to get in trouble with his parents and fucking like, so pretty much we just had to fucking completely let this shit go so my boy wouldn't get charged with having this big ass machete in his car. And honestly, when it really comes down to it, I definitely feel like the cops were probably just lying to us anyway, man. They could probably definitely tell that we had never been in any kind of shit like this before. We were young, we were scared, and looking back at it now, it definitely seems a lot more serious than how it turned out that day. I mean, it was crazy, man. But yeah, so that was like my very first incident with a gun and having a gun pulled on me, and it's a crazy feeling, man. Especially when you're that young and it's the first time it's ever happened to you. It's just like, you know, it's just like someone has complete and full control over you. Like, it's just crazy, and it's a shitty feeling, man. It's a terrible feeling to have. And you know, I just remember when that shit was over, I was just like, man, even at that age, I was fully conscious of like, man, you know, I should have known better, and I let myself get put into this situation, and, you know, never again. You know, I should have known more about the fucking people that I was in this vehicle with. You know, I've got to start doing my fucking homework, man. You know, that girl completely fucking, I mean, like, they completely withheld the fact that she was a fucking runaway. You know, like, I'm pretty damn sure even at that age, I wouldn't have fucking been in the car with them motherfuckers had I known this girl had ran away from home and been gone for like several days. You know, because I would have had sense enough to know that, man, she's probably got family looking for her, older brothers, her dad, man, and it's gonna be something ugly when they finally catch up to her. Little did I know I was gonna be sitting next to the girl when they catch up to her. So you can imagine what this fucking dude wanted to do to me, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the driver's seat. Fucking, I was right next to her in the fucking back seat of the car. So the optics are just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Especially to a father who can't find his little girl. You know, so I told myself, never again. I'm gonna make better decisions than that. And never say never, but you know, shit just didn't work out like that. And I'll explain.